The Clinton Foundation raised more than $30 million for Haiti relief projects. There's a lot of criticism lodged against the Clintons for their involvement with the recovery efforts in Haiti, many by the Haitian people themselves, claiming that they never received the donations or promises made to them. One major angle to all this is found once again by focusing on information secured by those at the Federal Bureau of Investigation. People within the pedophile community apparently have logos and symbols they use to identify each other. A few from the FBI are posted here. So as you can see, spiral triangle means boy lover, the heart within a heart means little girl lover, etc. Comet Ping Pong on their menu had a logo similar to the child lover logo. The words play, eat, drink are displayed inside the paddles, and this just so happens to be an acronym for PED, or pedophile for short. And what can only be more than coincidental, these logos are used in businesses surrounding Comet Ping Pong. Besta Pizza clearly was using a pedophile symbol in their logo till it was recently changed after the scandal broke. Besta is Portuguese for beast, or in other words, their shop is called Beast Pizza. Besta Pizza is owned by a man named Andrew Klein, who just happens to be the director for the Human Trafficking Prosecution Unit of the Department of Justice. Just down the way is Politics and Prose, which is co-owned by Lisa Muscatine, who has been a Hillary Clinton supporter and speechwriter for over 20 years. We also have Beyond Borders, a foundation who works to end child slavery and prevent violence against women and girls in Haiti. And 2 stores away from Beyond Borders is Terrasol Bistro and Artisan Gallery, which has displayed yet another FBI pedophile logo. To put it bluntly, it has been strongly implied by many who have invested time and commitment into this investigation that the corroborating circumstantial evidence leads to the very real possibility that the owners of these buildings, all of whom are connected directly to extremely high-level people within our government, might all be involved in child trafficking in one way or another. It also has been speculated, mainly through pictures from James Alefantis' Instagram account, that there may be tunnels connecting the buildings underground, and this is why we see him doing work in what appears to be at Comet Ping Pong. Though the location of this building isn't tagged in this picture, we can clearly see a ping pong table in the background, which leads us to believe that this image is probably taken at Comet Ping Pong. If James had substantial work done at Comet Ping Pong, to the best of my knowledge, he never obtained a permit from the city to do any of the renovations. It is no secret that there is a network of underground tunnels beneath the architecture of Washington, D.C. Though many of the tunnels are said to be out of use, some of them have been reappropriated, including one turned art gallery called the DuPont Underground, and art display open to the public. Once again, this tunnel network is only mentioned here as something to take into consideration. One reason this is mentioned is that James recently said in an interview that there is no basement at Comet Ping Pong, and yet in an article a few years prior he says this: "We harvest a whole crop of organic tomatoes, 10 tons of tomatoes every year, can them all, store them in the basement, have like a harvest party when it gets loaded in." Seems like a very strange thing to lie about. I can't think of any reason to lie about having or not having a basement unless there is something hidden in that basement. Getting back to James Alefantis' Instagram account. Mr. Barack Obama, seen here, captured by Mr. Alefantis himself, seems to enjoy a game of ping pong now and again. The First Lady, Michelle Obama, plays as well, even taking what was deemed by the White House as a personal trip to China to have Joe Biden has the most disturbing thing on his own Instagram, giving the President of the United States, the leader of the free world, a children's friendship bracelet. One with a pizza on it. First, the name James Alefantis can basically be translated in French to mean "I like children." I offer no other commentary on this other than to point out that fact. The profile picture of James Alefantis, or Jimmy Comet, is the Greek god Antinous, who apparently was deified as a living god, and it just so happens that Antinous was sexually attracted to young boys.